Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Robots in Disguise podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Trouble.
That's right, because today's episode is The Trouble with Tribbles. The Trouble with Fixit. You know, the one where they, open the hatch and, a bunch of Fixits come out?
No, and they're just multiplying.
Actually, that was a few episodes ago.
Yeah,
actually.
I was gonna say that already happened.
They really shouldn't have bought those from that Horatio Jones guy.
Yeah, that episode raises questions that this episode makes even more complex.
Yes. So yeah, this first aired August 1st, 2015, written by Alex Irvine. This is his only Transformers episode, but not his first work on Transformers. Because he wrote those...
Is he a G1 guy? That name's familiar.
No, he wrote those two War for Cybertron novels.
Oh, that's why it's a weird name.
Yes, Transformers Exodus and Transformers Exiles. But he did not write the third one.
I knew that was familiar.
Did any of us read them?
I read them.
Were they okay?
They were okay.
Yeah.
I should have read them.
I mean, they definitely had some stuff in them that was clearly, maybe rewritten by, Hasbro guys. They're a little disjointed.
Yeah.
He is a Michigander from Ypsilanti.
Aha!
And he's also written a whole lot of other licensed stuff.
Okay.
Tie-ins with Supernatural, a bunch of Marvel movie novelizations.
Oh, so he's your budget Alan Dean Foster? Is that the right guy?
Kinda, yeah. Well, I mean, he's like a modern-day Alan Dean Foster. Apparently he's written a Tom Clancy novel.
Well, at this point, who hasn't?
I didn't realize Tom Clancy had been V.C. Andrews.
Well, I guess it's Tom Clancy's The Division, New York Collapse.
So
I guess it's a tie-in
to a video game, which is a tie-in to Tom Clancy
based
novels.
on Tom Clancy's work. So you're a couple degrees of separation away
from actual Tom Clancy.
Yes. Who is long dead.
What?
Oh yeah, Tom Clancy is dead.
Yeah.
Is
he?
It
has been for over a decade, hasn't he?
I probably knew that when it happened and then forgot about it because I only care about Tom Clancy in the sense that I had to shelve a whole lot of his books.
And people will continue.
I admit that I mostly know Tom Clancy because I like The Hunt for Red October.
Mm-hmm. I shelved a lot of that.
I mostly mean the movie. I would have liked to see a Montana.
Mostly just familiar with Tom Clancy from having worked in a mall bookstore in 1997.
Oh, it's like that. It's like that Simpsons gag where they go to an airport bookstore and it's only Crichton and Clancy.
Oh,
somebody goes in asking for Don DeLillo and they're like, "Get out."
Yeah, kind of like that. I feel like the whole thing with V.C. Andrews has reached a point where you only know about it if you worked at a bookstore or a used bookstore at some point in the 90s or 2000s.
Those might still be popular. They made some TV movies a couple years ago.
Did they?
They remade Flowers in the Attic. I think it had Heather Graham in it.
Yeah, that rings a bell. I think I remember hearing about that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure she put out far more books posthumously than she actually wrote when she was alive.
I think people figure she wrote one book and then died.
Well, stranger things have happened.
So anyway, this guy wrote a book for a Tom Clancy property.
Yes.
Okay.
And Batman and various other things. And an Isaac Asimov Robots novel? That's strange, but...
I guess, yeah. I mean, I do like the title, Have Robot Will Travel.
I mean, it's a good title.
It's pretty good.
But, yeah, and he also wrote this episode, which opens with Fixit, who is missing.
Oh no.
Wait, this should have been the episode called Our Minicon is Missing.
Well, I guess that's true. And although he's not missing for much of the episode.
Well, neither was the Minicons in that episode.
I
That's
suppose.
fair. I mean, we basically knew where that minicon was almost immediately.
Yes.
It was like, where's Jetstorm? To your left.
So yeah, he's not in the scrapyard. They finally find him at the Alchemor's crash site, where he's just like stuck in a loop. It's like escape, escape, escape.
Which is sad and like, it brings up the question, it's like, wait, is Fixit people again? But at the same time, it's like, oh no, is he having robot PTSD?
Well, we mention a bunch.
More
no
like
point...
he's having a robot seizure.
Yeah. And at no point in this episode do we mention whether he has a spark or not.
No.
No, that would have been... That would have helped this episode. Again, made, like, the army of not Fixits that died a few episodes weirder.
Many Fixits died to bring us this information.
I still am sticking with my metaphor of, like, the base model car versus the one with the extra safety package with the adaptive cruise control and the...
So, a spark is just OnStar?
Yes.
It's turbo handling.
It's an optional feature, is what I'm saying, is that a spark is available as an optional feature with that model.
Yeah, no, so, okay, so we'll put in the undercoat, and we'll toss in a soul.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, are you gonna get the extended warranty?
You gonna call me about it later?
Alright, so...
It's like, do I want to get the soul, or do I want to get a sunroof?
Ooh. I mean, I'm gonna use that soul all year, but that sunroof, it's not gonna be much use in the winter.
But you're really gonna enjoy it when you do have it.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, unfortunately, it's now time for When Bears Attack.
How
Coming
is
up next
this
on
bear
Fox.
This is a really big bear.
So large and angry.
I mean, when it's just up against Fixit, it's like, okay, yeah, that's a big grizzly. But then when we see it up against Sideswipe, it's bigger than him, so this bear is like... I mean, grizzly bears, when they stand up, are actually surprisingly tall. But this one's got to be like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing is about to fight like Talia Shire and Robert Foxworth in the movie Prophecy.
Yeah.
Also, Sideswipe should really be being kinder to his disabled teammate. I feel like there's a lot of, like, disability stuff you could go into with Fixit that they probably don't mean to.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think they do and they don't, but it is Sideswipe who's kind of a jerk. But he's not super jerk at Fixit.
Yeah, I mean, everybody else spends
generally
the episode being very nice to Fixit.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah, it is kind of just him.
Yeah.
Being insensitive to his poor disabled teammate.
Yeah, so these two minicons kind of get smacked around. And then Sideswipe gets the full-on Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant treatment.
Oof.
How is it so big? I mean, it's like...
It feels like an editing mistake.
As
like,
tall as he is.
They wanted a big bear. You have it against Fixit, big bear. But then it's still big bear went up against Sideswipe.
Maybe it's actually an amnesiac chain claw.
Maybe.
Oh, could be.
Dun dun dun.
Chain claw was the bear, right?
I believe so.
Yes, and the cat was
Carnivac.
No, Carnivac was the Decepticon. He was the wolf.
Right.
And the other Autobot was Catilla.
I don't know.
Yes.
I only ever had
like
one
a
of each side, and I did have Chain Claw. He's probably still around.
And then the other guy was Snarler, who was a pig. Or like a boar.
Yeah, I think Snarler was the Decepticon I had.
Yeah, it was... Okay.
We need to bring those guys
Catilla.
back.
So he gets smacked around. The minicons take over, and Slipstream actually manages to get this bear to smack its head on a branch. And this bear is concussed.
Yeah.
Guess Drift's babies show up and fight the bear.
We are sending this bear off to the quiet room for concussion protocol.
Yes.
Anyway, so Sideswipe actually, like, does a little Arthur Fonzarelli maintenance on Fixit here. And it works. And he's just very confused.
Yes.
And there's a bit here where Sideswipe asks what he's doing there, and Fixit thinks that it's like a hilarious riddle.
Oh, yeah, that's awkward, but slightly funny.
Also, I like the, as I refer to them, Drift's babies, they are mini-cons as well.
Yes, they are.
So they're like... So they took care of the bear, and they're very happy, but I believe it's Jetstorm who does a little dance and is very excited about it, and Slipstream asks him what Master Drift would say about such a celebration. And I love them a lot.
Yes.
I just want to say I love them a lot.
Yes. So yeah, they take him back to base, and he's got to tell Bumblebee this hilarious joke about, what am I doing here? I don't know, but he's laughing at it anyway. It's kind of funny, but also extremely sad because he has brain damage.
Poor Fixit.
And so Bumblebee's all like, "Hey, we better get this fixed because next time somebody could get hurt." To which Sideswipe says, "Yes, like me, by a bear."
Yes. Also, I like that Grimlock speaks up for a moment here and points out that he learned the hard way that, your own well-being can put your teammates in danger, and yay, continuity.
Continuity.
Yes, good use of continuity.
Yes.
Not just, here's a villain that came back. It's like character development continuity. Yay.
Yes.
Although we get that too. So yeah, Bumblebee's all, fix it. We need to fix you. And so, hey, why don't, how about, minicons? They have, like, little hands, so they can, like, get all up in there. But, Fixit is clearly brain damaged, because he says, no, I'd rather have Denny do it. And, that's a bad idea.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
To be fair, he also has small hands.
Yes.
And is at least, we haven't seen any sign that Jetstorm and Slipstream are mechanically inclined in any way.
Yeah,
this is true.
They're good at manipulating weapons. I don't know about repairing anything.
Yes.
This is a rare case where Denny actually is the good choice.
I mean, they do seem to be actual children.
Yeah.
Well, and also they seem a little too excited about opening up Fixit.
Yeah.
We will do our best to help you, but also we want to, see them guts. What do you got in there? And of course, Denny is all.
You don't want people working on you. It's like the whole the idea that the person who wants to do it the least is the best suited for the job.
Well, Denny is definitely the person who wants to do it the least, because he's all, no. Listen, I'm glad you think highly of me, but also, you may have met me. I'm a human disaster.
I mean, yeah, but he has shown a inclination for fixing things.
And Russell is very encouraging, like, you can do this, Dad. You just have to, read off, so he does some research. And meanwhile, trouble is afoot in the form of Righty.
Yay, a bug!
And speaking of continuity, remember we last saw him in Even Robots Have Nightmares, the one where they had to deal with vampire Tom Kenny.
Yes. Oh, such a good bat. Such a good bat robot.
So he is sneaking in, and throughout the episode he will occasionally pop in. He's trying to get the other 4/5 of himself out of stir. And occasionally he has to, freeze and pretend to be part of the decor as Autobots pass by.
And it works every time?
Yes.
Partially because there's just so much weird junk in the junkyard, mainly because everyone's distracted worried about Fixit.
Yes. So yeah, it is surgery time.
Dun dun dun.
So Denny powers down Fixit. He's got these he's got the mini-cons attending to him, but again, when they prove to be real weird about this, he has to send them out.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Just send these kids off to watch some Tom Savini movies or something. I don't know. Or whatever the robot equivalent of that is, which I guess would be like BattleBots.
Ooh.
I
like BattleBots.
That's the thing we brought up, like, we don't hear enough about Transformers music. We don't hear enough about Transformers films. I mean, in most media we get maybe like, oh, robots have news on Cybertron. We don't get like film directors, art directors. There are artists we've had in the past in biotech specs, but I don't think we've had a robot film director.
I have so much to say about Transformers culture and how I assume that it just has been like eternally damaged by like constant warfare.
Well, yeah, the constant war has ruined things, but like there should be a robot who's obsessed with the golden age of film on Cybertron and always talking about the robot Citizen Kane or whatever.
Well, guys, stay tuned because we are going to get a Decepticon on the show who's like a robot actor who's basically Calculon from Futurama.
Oh, right!
Yes!
I forgot that's what his character trait was.
Yes.
He was great.
I am already looking forward to this.
He was all the great robot actors. Thespo Matt, David Duchovny. Anyway, so Denny is starting this operation, and he's just getting started, and suddenly Fixit wakes up. And everybody knows this probably isn't good.
Yeah, because we're not done with the surgery yet.
No, like, hey, I just started.
First, I just want to put in a word here that they mention, as they're trying to not pressure Denny at all, they do mention, I think one of the mini-cons, that if Denny does this wrong, then Fixit could be as useless as a coffee grinder.
Yes.
And I take exception to that, because coffee grinders are extremely useful.
They have a purpose.
They grind your coffee beans.
They have one purpose they're good at, but how often do you put anything else in the coffee bean grinder?
Why would you want to? Yeah. It's already full of coffee beans. Yeah. It's already the platonic ideal. Anyway, I just needed to speak up in defense of coffee grinders.
So it's definitely bad when he activates and immediately goes into kill everything mode.
Yeah, his little eyeballs turn red and missile pods and guns pop out of him. They were never there before.
Well, they say, I didn't know Fixit had all that stuff in him. And they're like, I don't think Fixit knew he had all that stuff in him.
No, because there are definitely times when you would think he would have maybe used that, like, heavy weaponry.
Oh, he didn't even know he had these driving claws.
Like the first time he encountered Chop Shop.
Yes. And they're like, hey, Fixit, how are you feeling? And I'm just like, evil.
Has anyone seen the end of Iron Giant?
Yeah, it's a lot like that. He's just, guns pop out of everywhere. His arms just turn into, like, 3 different weapons apiece, and he's got shoulder cannons, and it's...
Well, now I just want to hear him, like, saying in his, like, little voice, Superman.
Yeah.
And remember, that's Vin Diesel, everybody.
Yeah. That was the first time I ever heard the name Vin Diesel, and I assumed it wasn't a name.
I mean, that's the first time anybody heard the name Vin Diesel, unless they were at Toy Fair and somebody was demonstrating Street Sharks to them.
Well, yes. It's like, oh, the robot's name is actually Vin Diesel? Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's the actor's name? What?
It's a good name.
That's an impressive name. It's not his real name.
It's like when the guy playing Lance Hunter on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. turned out to be named Nick Blood.
Or when you find out, like, who was Dick Warlock's a stunt double for, who was it?
Michael Myers. Dick Warlock.
Oh,
I just was deeply concerned the first time I realized that there was a guy named Dick Wolf who just gets to go around being well regarded and named Dick Wolf.
Again, that feels like a name that's been passed on after someone has died, not a real name.
I mean, you used to have a fairly prominent politician in your country named Dick Armey.
Yeah.
That was a while back, though. Dick Wolf is currently making whatever police procedurals he makes.
This is true.
Well, maybe not anymore, but
I just saw.
And then, of course, there's always Dick. What is it with guys named Dick? There's also Dick Butkus.
He had like a novel that presumably was the same sort of thing that he does for TV shows, and I just saw that at Half Price Books one time and was like, you can't just go around being named Dick Wolf. Then someone pointed out to me that he was actually a well-known and established TV producer, and I was like, you can't just go around being named Dick Wolf.
You know, I really think that the age of men naming themselves, like calling themselves Dick, is over.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
It is. I did go to high school with a Richard Head III, though.
Oh, wait. When was the last time I met a Richard, even? Oh, it's been a while.
I actually went to a school with a Richard who had a last name that you absolutely could not pair with Dick.
Was it Vagina?
Craven.
Ooh.
Dick Craven? Oh. Yeah, that doesn't work.
I got a real Dick Craven.
No.
Wait, you went to school with someone who was Craven the Hunter?
Yes. It's spelled with a C, but yes.
Still, this explains some things. Was there a classmate named Octavius?
No.
I have theories. I have fanfictions now.
Anyway, so yeah, he's in super. Apparently, he's decided that they are all potential Decepticon escapees, and so they start theorizing because remember they did find all those. Strongarm was terrifyingly attacked by a bunch of Fixits, and her theory is that those were like early versions of Fixit, possibly without souls, who were just like guards as opposed to caretakers like Fixit, and they figured that maybe he was like upgraded at some point in the past. And so he didn't have access to the guard part.
Yeah, which does sort of make sense and sort of excuses like why those guys, 100 of them being dead, isn't that bad. But it's not made clear enough in the episodes. It's like, oh no, he's an upgrade with a spark.
Yes, admittedly, it is maybe the wrong cartoon to start talking about like whether this guy has a soul or not.
Yeah, we're reading a bit too much into this because we've been talking about Transformer Sparks for decades.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference between AI and sentience and whatnot, but it's like those other Fixits are dead.
Yeah.
Or they're rolling around in parts on the bottom of the ocean.
Yes.
We do at least sort of vaguely touch on some of that crunchy world building stuff that I like and prefer to be like actually outlined and not just left up for question. So I'm still going to stand by my belief that Fixit has like a standardized body type that can be given assorted features. One of those features just happens to be a soul.
Yes. And but you know what? That is really important to Drift, who's decided, well, he's evil now. Gotta kill him.
It is sort of like I guess you could see like prison ships having a mini-con like this that has like a caretaker personality by default, and then just has like the ship system or whatever can turn them into terrifying murder bots as a defense mechanism. That's kind of interesting.
I saw an episode of the 80s Twilight Zone like that once.
Well, there you go.
It was about this like small town, and there was like an old man vampire who moved in. And it turns out the people there had like some sort of like immune reaction to him that turned them into monsters who then killed the vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Pretty good episode.
The question is then, does Fixit, as we'll see in this case, this particular Fixit is not working as intended, but if everything was working normally, would the caretaker personality actually remember becoming a murder bot?
That is a good question.
That is the question.
A lot of questions.
Yeah, and the Autobots have another
the
question.
crunchy world building.
Where did all these guns come from? Because out of nowhere, a bunch of laser guns start popping out of the scrapyard, as well as a bunch of force field mime traps.
Yes, and Denny says that Fixit asked him to put away a bunch of stuff that he didn't recognize. So he just has all this heavy weaponry seated throughout the junkyard that Fixit was like, we had this thing sitting around. Here, I don't know what it does. Can you go put it on a shelf somewhere?
It's very weird because at the end of the episode it's implied that Fixit doesn't know about this stuff in the junkyard.
Yes.
Like, as if his, killer robot subroutines were telling his conscious caretaker personality, put this shit around the base just in case.
Yes. And maybe that is what was happening.
Maybe.
It's weird and scary, and I'm assuming probably it never comes up again, but if it does come up again, I'm looking forward to more of it.
Yes. So this also ends up activating Chop Shop, who pops out of his pod, reunites with his missing limb, and decides, while I'm here, why don't I just steal some of their energon?
They're distracted.
Yeah, they won't miss it. So, Bumblebee, Strongarm, Drift, and his minicons all get stuck in, these mime boxes.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great.
Oh,
so
yeah. What is it that Drift says right before he gets stuck in it? It made me laugh, but I forget what it was.
I can't recall. I don't have it written down.
No, but it was something like, I'm skilled and stealthy or something, and then immediately gets caught in the box.
Oh, yeah. He basically just makes some comment about how good he is at everything, and then immediately gets himself trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a good comeback, but still, his first thought was just murder Fixit.
Yes.
Yes.
You got a long way to go before you're a decent character, Drift.
So Sideswipe and Grimlock, they spot Chop Shop. They go after him. He escapes by separating into his component bugs. And then Russell...
Each carrying a little energon cube.
Yes. It's a good thing I only stole 5.
Yes.
And then Russell decides, hey, he's definitely a Decepticon. We're just maybe Decepticons. Maybe I can tell Fixit to catch him. And he does that, and then immediately Fixit goes into kill mode with Russell and Denny.
I like how they go up to him and they're like, look, we're not Decepticons. See, we don't have Decepticon symbols. And they point at their arms. And I'm thinking, also, you're clearly not even the same kind of life form as Decepticons. So I feel like you could lead with, hey, we're humans.
We're organic. We're not your jurisdiction.
We're aliens. We're not what you're after.
Of course, he's probably also destroy all aliens as well.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, he's a Decepticon now. Old school Decepticon.
Yes. But he does actually see one of the Chop Shop bugs and does go after him. And there's a great bit where Sideswipe tries to catch both of them and totally blows it both times.
Yes.
Chop Shop just goes around him and then Fixit just goes right through his legs, and it's very embarrassing.
It is. That was good.
And then as he's chasing after him, all of the systems focus on him as well, so the other Autobots are free. And Grimlock has a pretty great line with Chop Shop here where he says that I'm gonna put you back together so I can tear you apart. It's a great Grimlock line.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Well, not as scary as what happens when Fixit does blast Chop Shop into his bits, and then he goes full on Charles Bronson on him.
Yeah, he is absolutely ready to do a murder at this point. It's more than a little scary.
Hey pal, blammo. Looks like I'm gonna squash this bug. He does not actually sound like Charles Bronson.
No,
he
he does not.
Might be the same height as Charles Bronson. Anyway, and so he is, and then Bumblebee tries to stop him, and he totally gets the Bam Bam treatment.
He just grabs him by the arm, wham, wham, wham.
And then he beats all of the Autobots single-handedly until finally Denny finds his off switch.
Yes.
So we're, Chop Shop has been defeated. He's put back, all 5 of his components are in stasis now. And so it is time to resume surgery.
Yes.
Denny has a good line here where they ask him for a status report and he says, well, I'm not crying yet. Which,
I really feel for Denny here.
That is, as we would say, mood.
Yeah.
But he actually does do it, and, Fixit wakes up and he had the strangest dream, and why you were there, Bumblebee, and you, and even old Hunk there.
They're like, did you try to kill us? And he's like, no.
Also, what's this terrible mess? He's very C-3PO in this episode.
He is.
Oh, it's Denny Clay, my oldest friend.
Oh.
I love that so much.
And then Denny's all, hey!
One of the few good parts of that movie.
And then they hand Fixit this magic knife to translate.
No. No.
So yeah, he
Big
starts
budget Mad Libs.
He starts sort of cleaning it up in his traditional Fixit fashion. And Bee and Drifter all, hey, maybe we should get these defense systems working, because otherwise our last line of defense is literally Fixit.
Yeah.
And his brain doesn't really work.
This would be really useful to have if we can, actually control it without turning our tiny friend into a murder bot.
And then, at the end of the episode, it's Optimus Prime, Bumblebee. It's almost the end of the season.
Bumblebee literally, picks up a piece of shiny metal and looks at it, and Optimus Prime is like, ring, ring, calling from the afterlife.
Listen, finally, you picked up something shiny. I was going to have to appear to you in Strong Arm's butt if you didn't do something for, the next day. Anyway, it's almost the end of the season, and I have to warn you of some nebulously ill-defined evil that is going to happen in the next couple of episodes.
It does really have that kind of feeling, hey, we need to remind people that there's a meta plot because we're about to jump into the meta plot.
Yeah, kind of, but it's also very much like Optimus Prime just leaving a voice message.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not there. Call me when you get back. Bye. Oh, the planet's in danger. Or something.
Kicker.
Wait. From what or who? Gotta go. And, that is the end of the episode. It's pretty fun. We get some good Fixit and then some terrifying Fixit. And, I think I'm well known here as a guy who likes Fixit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's interesting we get to see murder Fixits.
Murder. I guess that would be Breakit.
No.
Or Killit.
Yeah, it got a little into that crunchy world building, not too far, but a little bit, and I always appreciate that. And it was, apart from Sideswipe being a jerk to their poor disabled teammate, we got that little tiny bit of continuity hook, and I liked it. Good episode.
Alright, so I think that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Oh, yes, this week on QQ Sentai Go-Go 5, the flame-throwing firefighter Robo.
That sounds like a pretty bad firefighter.
Yeah, yes, well, because the villain's evil butler Bug tries to find a monster card. He can't find a good one. One of the imp minions shows him a newspaper about a firefighting robot, and he goes to turn the firefighting robot into an evil monster by stealing it and then plugging it into the hell mouth they use to summon monsters to recharge it.
Sure. That's where it goes, right?
Yeah. Anyway, robot's evil. It turns out Blue helped build or program the robot, and Green was around when they were first testing it and bonded with the robot, although this is robot in very robot sense. Like, there's the artificial intelligent astrotrain looking liner boy who has an AI. This firefighting robot doesn't. It's like controlled by an oversized Game Boy Advance, basically. Or maybe it's supposed to be a little laptop, but it's very little. Anyway, it's like, the first thing that they do is turn the robot into a giant robot. So you have a giant robot versus giant robot fight at the very beginning of the episode. And then that never comes back at the end. So most of the episode is the Rangers are like, even the fire department's agreed we have to destroy this robot because after they fought it, it shrunk down to normal size. And then it's a little weird and we can't fix it. So we have to destroy it or it goes on a rampage again and kills people. But then the Green Ranger runs away with it. It's like, no, he's a good robot. He can be helped. He's helpful. And then the robot tries to burn a small child. It's like, no, we can't fix the robot. We have to kill it. And then they do. It's a very different episode because the giant robot fights at the beginning. And the robot kind of feels like a leftover design from a different series. Because it doesn't fit the normal monster aesthetic. It's a robot, but it's not kind of like a giant Zord robot. Like, the arms and legs are blocky, but the torsos are round in different ways. It feels like it was left over from a different show, and they're just, yeah, let's put it in this one. Although it was probably actually designed for this, it just feels weird. It's a strange episode. But anyway, they're sad at the end. They had to blow up their robot friend who was rogue, but he doesn't have an AI, so he's not really a real boy at all.
Aw. He doesn't have a spark?
No, he's a mindless Fixit.
Aw, no.
His eye didn't go red, sadly. His face sort of looks like a GM, but not. And he's called Big Dozer, and he looks more like because he's yellow, he looks more like a construction vehicle, but he has fire extinguisher nipples that when he becomes evil shoot fire. It's all kind of a setup because, like, in the last few seconds, a red scorpion jumps, lands on the Red Ranger's neck, and disappears, and nobody notices. And then you have Dinas and Koboldus laughing as they cut to the villain's lair. So it was all a distraction to set up, we're going to do something to the Red Ranger next episode. Because a scorpion's inside him. Weird episode. Not bad, just weird. Of course, it's also like episode 47 or something, 6.
I guess supposed to be getting close to the end.
Yeah, we're almost at the end, and it's like, we need something as filler before we get to the actual epilogue episodes where everything wraps up and we kill the bad guys.
Yay, before all the glowing and crashing into things?
Yes.
Is there glowing and crashing into things? That's
I'm
important.
guessing there's going to be a lot of that. Family stuff on both sides. Lots of screaming and crashing. Emotions. Yay. That's it for this week.
All right, so that is it for us for this week. We will be back next week with more Transformers Robots in Disguise. In addition, we are all over the internet. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. For December, we finally got to watch New Mutants after several years of, well, maybe not several, a few years of delay. This month, we are going to subject ourselves to the first episode of Earthrise.
Ooh.
It's looking grim, folks. It's looking real grim.
Oh, yeah. But what is not grim is that next week we'll be back to Robots in Disguise, and we are traveling to space jail with Guy Pearce in Lockout.
Does it actually have Guy Pearce?
Yeah, it's like a whole movie. He like goes to space, and there's a jail, and he's got to save the president's daughter.
I mean, in the Transformers episode, because honestly, after Frank Stallone, I would believe anything.
Sadly, no.
That movie wasn't called Space Jail?
No, it is actually called Lockout, but there is a space jail in it. And no, but this one does have Frank Stallone in it.
Oh, well, good.
Ah. Alright, so until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.